everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope that today has been treating you well. In today's video, we're going a little bit feral today. I am wanting to do my first Halloween look of the year and I've left this so late. I have left the Halloween looks so late, but this, I'm hoping, what I can see in my mind's eye, I'm hoping it's going to be fairly easy. I'm wanting to do, I mean, you will have already seen the thumbnail picture of how this turns out at the end. Currently, it's still just a picture in my mind, so keep your fingers crossed for me that this is going to go as planned. The star of the show for today's video is going to be the MUA Kaleidoscopic Eyeshadow palette, the new one that they have just brought out, this beautiful rainbow palette. I was very kindly sent this from MUA. I've just put moisturiser on my hands, so I'm struggling to open it, but look at all of those colours. Rainbow colours, but they go like, this is like jewel toned, deep, but also like bright. It's exactly what I want in a rainbow palette. We've got 3 shimmers. I think I'm mainly going to be focusing on the mattes today, but I'm going to get into swatches for this when we get to the eyes. But let's just start. I'm going to do the base first because the eye is going to be quite sort of dramatic and blended and all of the things, so I want to start with the base. And it's basically just an everyday makeup base for me. So I'm starting with the Primark Airbrush Foundation, full coverage weightless. I do want quite a full coverage foundation today just because obviously we're doing quite a lot on the eye. So taking a couple of pumps of that and I will blend it out with a sponge. I would absolutely love to hear, what are you dressing up as for Halloween? Are you dressing up for Halloween? What do you do for Halloween? I don't even know if I'm working. I don't know what day Halloween falls on this year. If I'm working, this will probably be the look that I will do. I work in a tiny little cafe in a countryside town, and honestly, if we get any customers in at all, they will appreciate a nice Halloween look, I'm sure. I always do like themed looks around like Halloween or St. Patrick's Day, or like when it was the King's coronation, you know. I'd always do makeup looks that are seasonal, and with the holidays that we are celebrating, when it's the Christmas lights switch on, I draw Christmas lights on my eyes, you know, that sort of thing. So Halloween certainly doesn't miss out, but I'm not even sure if I'm working. I don't even know which way's up currently. I am losing my mind, but that's fine. That is absolutely nothing new. So that is the foundation all blended out. I desperately need concealer on. I got way too much foundation there, so I'm just wiping that off. For concealer, I'm going to use the Sleek In Your Tone Longwear because I need quite a bit of coverage because your girl has not been sleeping, obviously. So taking this right over the whole eye as well, I'm just going to use the same sponge to blend that out. I do have some other Halloween looks planned in my head. Like I say, this is the first one, but I do want to do a Beetlejuice inspired look because obviously that's like on trend at the minute, and I think that that might be quite fun with like a black and white stripy wing is what I'm thinking, like green and purple. That's what I've got in my mind. But if you have any other looks that you would like to see, do not be shy. I am all ears, and if you need ideas, I'm here to help. So that is the plan. Hopefully a few more Halloween looks coming up in the next week or two. For bronzer, I'm just going to use the, what are you? What brand are you? W7 Cheeky Dip Liquid Bronzer. Just like I say, this is just like my normal sort of base routine. At this point, this is in the shade Fierce, and I'm going to blend that out with a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And then the blush is in like a very similar packaging. It's the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush, and this is in Mai Tai. I just need to shake this up because this has been in my drawer for a little while. So dotting that on as well and blending out with the same brush. Well, the same type of brush, but I have two. The Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Ooh, I love that colour. These blushes from Profusion are beautiful. I love them. And then the first little curveball that is different to what I would usually do, I'm going to go in with the Made by Mitchell Blush Lights, and this is in Fairy Kitten. I don't normally use this on my face because it's quite chunky and glittery, but it's Halloween. Anything goes. So I'm going to tap this. I mean, it's beautiful, but I don't usually like it on my face, but for today, for Halloween, you know, tapping on quite a bit of that. And I'm just going to use that same exact brush that I blended out the blush with and tap that in. And then I will just go off and do my brows. I'll just use the products that are in my project pan at the minute because brows are brows and I need to concentrate. And then I'll do some swatches for that eyeshadow palette because I'm so excited to dive into that one. Okay, so brows are on. I was desperately trying to blend out that Fairy Kitten shade on my cheeks, but I feel like that looks so chunky and heavy, so just I'm aware that that looks not good on the face. But we are moving on. It's not about the face, it's not about the base makeup, it's about this, which I'm so excited to get into swatching. I have no idea what colours I want to use today, but I want to use a lot of them. I want to do like a rainbow on like the outer corner of my eye, like really blend it out, very dramatic, very colourful, and then like a liner thing. So let me get into some swatches. I do have a little bit of moisturiser on my hands, but I'm just going to do a few of these shades so that we can see what the colours are looking like. Ooh, that shimmer's pretty. That is like a topper. It's not like a very impactful shimmer, but that's the sort of shimmer that I would expect to see in a rainbow palette because it will just go over the top of any of the different colours. I need some... I'm not very well prepared today. I need some micellar water. Oh my gosh, that red. That red on the top row. That was one swipe. So now that's two. That is pigmented. Okay, so is the yellow. And then the teal, or like the lighter teal, like greeny. That green is beautiful. That green is so nice. Of course, I mean, I'm wearing green. I'm gonna be using the greens. Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed in that purple shimmer. It's not as bold as I was maybe hoping it would be. I mean, it's pretty. It's like a purple to blue shift. It's nice. It's just a little bit less pigment than what I thought. That pink. Okay, and then we've got like a peachy shimmer. Yeah, that's nice. The peachy shimmer is nothing incredible, but almost more pigmented than the purple one. Okay. Ooh, then that burgundy. That's really pretty. I might like use that through the crease. Then we've got the darker teal. I don't know if I would necessarily call that teal actually. More of like a forest green. Definitely like my t-shirt sort of colour. And then we've got more of like a wine red, more of like a pinky purpley red. See how these are getting quite deep? They are more like deeper tones of the rainbow rather than like a bright neon rainbow, you know? And then the last three, we've got more of like an orangey toned red. That's very, very pigmented. I've just got that all up in that green. But you can see what I mean there. That's quite different to that first red that we swatched. Then there's an orange. Let me see if I can do it this way so that you can actually see it. So pigmented. And then we've got a black. Yeah, black is slightly underwhelming, but I can absolutely forgive that because the others are so pigmented. The shimmers are not the best. I maybe would have missed those out and just stuck with a all matte rainbow palette, but I'm just going to be using the mattes today, I think. None of those shimmers are like, use me, so I will find some brushes. So, like I say, what I'm wanting to do is something like with the eyeshadows, I basically just want it to be like packed on, blended out, messy, smudgy sort of a vibe. So I'm going to start with this green and I'm going to pick that up on quite a big fluffy brush. And let me get my little handheld mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to pack that on like the centre of the eye. And then, oh, I've got that. I've got that under my eye. That's not what I wanted to do. Do need to still be a little bit mindful, a little bit demure. And once I've packed that on and there's less on the brush, I'm gonna sort of blend upwards. I'm not doing anything neat today. Nothing neat at all. And I'm gonna take that through the brow. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. So take that and just blend upwards. And I'm also not worrying too much about these being equal because if I started worrying about that, I would be here until next Halloween, in all honesty. So I'm just taking that brush with no more colour on it and sort of smoothing out the edges a tiny bit, but I'm basically just leaving it at that. So then I'm going to go in with the yellow. Let me put that brush down. Go in with the yellow in the top corner. Again with another brush. Really pick that one up. And what do I want to do? Yes, I'll put that here. I'll put that next to the green. And again, blend that out above my brow as well. And then I'll just use that same brush. I'll just wipe it off on my pyjama bottoms and I'll go in with the orange, like the brighter orange, next to that yellow. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but like all the way around my eye, basically. That orange was very pigmented. So that dip that I did was done both sides. That was so pigmented. And again, just buffing that out. I'm just going back in with a bit more of that yellow, just so I don't lose the yellow, because I do really like that shade. Just making sure that you can see that there, you know. Then, I want to go dark. Let's do the darker red, which was this one. And then we can go into the purple and the blue. Does that sound like a plan? So, dipping into that one, and I'm not going to let this one take over, because it definitely could. These deeper shades definitely could. So I'm just starting to fan that out. Do you get the vision? I feel like this is somewhat coming together. These shades are so pigmented. Okay. And I'm desperately trying to not worry about being symmetrical, but those ones are definitely like completely different. Not to worry. Who's looking anyway? Who's looking anyway? I don't know. Just gonna go with a bit more of that orange and like try and bring that down a little bit more, like so. Then let's do purple. I need another brush. I've run out of brushes. So going in with that darker purple, the second one, very pigmented, and again stamping that on right next to the lash line, and then deciding what sort of angle I want to go out at before I start moving the brush. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Do I live by that? Absolutely I do not. So then I have just buffed over basically all of those edges with a clean fluffy brush, and I don't think I'm going to add that blue. I think I'm happy with how that looks. I'm wondering if I should put something just here, but what? Maybe the blue. Maybe the blue? Would that work? I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. So I'm just going to keep that on the lid though. Yeah, that works. I'm not mad at that. Just tapping that onto the lid. But I don't want that to like overtake, you know? Just want that right there. I don't know why I'm doing that with such a big fluffy brush when I'm taking the tiniest little bit, but that will do. That will do. So I am now going in, I'm done with the eyeshadows now. I'm trusting the process. Are you? Are you trusting the process? I'm struggling to see the vision currently, but we'll get there. So I'm taking, again, this is another very kindly gifted product, but I absolutely love it and I will be repurchasing with my own money when the time comes that I need to. This is the MUA Control Freak Precision Brush Tip Liner. If you are wanting to do, I'm absolutely covered in God knows what. If you're wanting to do any sort of precise Halloween-y looks this year and you're wanting a black liquid liner that will last all day but that comes off at the end of the day with no problems, that will be very precise so that you can get quite detailed, I'd highly recommend this one. It's lovely. Like, it has fast become one of my favourite liquid liners. So I'm going to start by just doing a regular wing, because when do I not? At this point it wouldn't even be me if I didn't have a wing. I'm not going to be scared to make this quite dramatic. Like, it's just so easy. It's so easy. And then once I am happy with the wings, of course you could absolutely just have this as like a colourful explosion as your Halloween look, and I think that that would be quite cool as well, just as like, not with the next step that I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna give this a real good shake, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm not gonna be able to talk all that much whilst I do this, but I'm going to draw a spider's web. Just stick with me. So I'm going to extend where I've done that wing, I'm going to extend that bottom line further out. like so. And this is where you learn if you've done your wings at all equal, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. They're similar enough. They are similar enough. And then I'm just going to go round and draw in the straight lines coming from my eyes, like so. And honestly, it's like knowing when to stop. Like, where do you, where do I stop? Where do I call it a day? But you can see how precise that line is. Like, it's such a thin line. This pen is fantastic. So, now I need to do the other side. So I'm doing all of the, like, spokes first, and then I will do the webbing section. I'm fairly happy with how that looks. So now I'm gonna start like nearest the eye and go further out, and I'm almost doing like little half moon shapes in between all of these little bits of webbing to make it look like a spider's web. So just going across each one. Can you tell that I'm concentrating? I can't even smile. I'm concentrating so hard. Ugh. Oh, I messed that one up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I feel like you can see the vision now. I might actually do one more spoke further in. Oh, I feel like that was a risk. That was a risk, but I feel like it's Halloween, go hard or go home. I might even do some further up. I might do it above my brow. Let's do the other side first. Let's not get carried away. I do want some more. I really like how that turned out. Oh, I'm thrilled. That could have gone so many different ways. Is anybody mad at how cute that looks? I don't even want to I don't think I want to. I think my problem a lot of the time is doing too much. And I feel like I am happy with where that is at. I feel like I might want some glitter. Do I have a liquid glitter that I feel would be appropriate for this? I will do mascara and I will think about the glitter. I just feel like glitter makes everything better, even a rainbow spider's web. So I'm going to use the Essence Call Me Queen Dramatic False Lash Effect mascara, and I'm going to do some healthy layers of this. I will do it on the bottom lashes as well, because I like how mascara looks on my bottom lashes, but I feel like it's personal preference if you want mascara on your bottom lashes or not. I love it, so I'm going to add it. So I did just accidentally, because you know how clumsy I am, I did just accidentally jab that mascara wand right into like the inner corner here. I just scratched it off with a little cotton bud. Right, let me see if I've got a liquid glitter. I must have something that I feel is suitable for this. If there's anybody in the world that has a glitter that is suitable for this, it will be me. Let me have a look. Okay, so I found a glitter. This is, did they bring this out for Christmas last year? It was the Collection Power Stare Glitter Eyeliner, and it's like iridescent. It's like loads of different colours. So I'm taking a teeny tiny little nail art brush and I'm going to take the product off this brush because that is just way too big for any sort of precise work, and I'm gonna just sort of tap this on sort of sporadically over the lines, almost so it looks like sort of like the dew is setting on the spider's webs. Am I thinking too much into this? Yes. But also it's cute. So it's a subtle little hint. Am I at all concerned, currently in my current state, am I at all concerned about being subtle? I don't think that that is on my mind at the minute, but I like sparkle. Okay, I like sparkle. Okay, so I feel like that is a sufficient amount of glitter. It is sparkling in the light. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I also found this on my travels, which is the Made by Mitchell All Smudge, No Budge. And this is in Evolve, which is like the most incredible blue. And I thought that in the waterline might be quite fun. Why not? Adds a little something. Ties in that blue that we very, very roughly tapped onto the lid. Yes, I like how that blue looks as well. I never do like a colour in the waterline. So I feel like, I mean, granted, I don't usually do a rainbow spider's web with glitter, apart from when it's Halloween, but that's all I'm doing on the eye. I need a lip liner. I must have something on my table. Do not make me stand up again. Yes, this one will do. The Technic Nude Edit lip liner in Bare. I will just do a little bit of this, a lip balm, and call it a day. Just a bit of lip liner, and then I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Cosmic Pearl, the new like lip gloss that they brought out, because I just put that right in the middle. I want that like iridescent-y, you know, I want that. And that is me done. Me ready for spooky season. The first look of, I'm sure, many, but look number one, nonetheless. I hope you love it as much as I do, because I'm thrilled. I think that that looks really rainbow spider's web with glitter, you know? Really that. So, first impressions of the eyeshadow palette while I try and sort my hair out. I think that the mattes are fantastic. I think that the mattes are a really great quality considering the price point of this palette. I think that that is a really great rainbow option if you don't have a rainbow palette. I think that that has turned out really nice. Obviously very, very blendable, but also really good pigment. The shimmers are a little bit, it's neither here nor there. I could take them or leave them, but the mattes and the colour choices are fantastic. I really, really like that palette. Really, really like that palette. So let me know what you think. Let me know, have you picked up this palette? Have you picked up anything else from MUA that I've been raving about this month? I feel like this month has been the month of MUA. Like, there's just been so much new stuff coming out and I have been loving so much of it. So I would absolutely love to hear what you think of this look. I would love to hear what other Halloween looks you want to see this Halloween spooky season. And until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.